Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're doing something we've never done before. We are doing an auction, an art auction. Yes, it is happening live here on the channel. Let's get some applause for that. Hopefully it all works. And we're going to kick off today with a song by our friend Debra Example. This is Little Bird. Let's do it now.
Same old story. He's getting old and lives alone in a brick house. Down the road from me and never goes out. Waiting by a phone that never rings. He had a bird once, and every day his bird would sing a sweet song. Never flew away until one day it sang one final love song. And he loves until his heart broke. And he cried sometimes when the little birds sang their lonely love songs. Stares out the window down the road from me and watches the kids play. It's an old oak tree that stands between their homes with roots tangled in the clay. And the tears roll down a face that only tears have ever known. And all this time reflecting back a past could have fallen from an old man's nameless eyes. And he loves until his heart broke. And he cried sometimes when the little birds sang their lonely love songs. And he loves until his heart broke. And he cried sometimes when the little birds sang their lonely love songs. Same old story. We're getting old and live alone in these brick homes. The curtains close and life goes on to the sound of a lonely bird's love song.
Yeah, hello, welcome to the show. I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS. Hope you're all doing good. It's Friday here. End of the week for me. It's literally now the end of the week for me because I've had to do some changes to the show, which will be happening on the channel after this. You all doing good? I'm a little bit nervous. Never done anything like this before. So back in, I think it was June, we actually had Brad's mum, Debra, on the show for an interview, and we showed all of her art and such. And we asked you guys in the audience if you would like to. People said they wanted to buy her art. So we were like, all right, well, at the end of the year, we will run an auction. And Debra, very kindly enough, went ahead and made some pieces of art just for this. So that's what we're going to do today. And let's, without further ado, bring them on and hang out for a bit. And then we'll say hello to all of you guys. Thanks for joining us. And just give me a second, make sure I've got everything happening here. I think we do. Let's bring on Brad and his mum, Debra. Let's find them here. Yes. Hello. How are you both going today?
Very good.
Good.
Sure.
Good.
You look like you're doing.
I was at the grocery store and Bradley was frantically calling me saying, Mom, you got to get home. You got to get home. And it was like, and then I had to go behind the slowest till operator that you could possibly imagine. I'm not kidding. She was slow.
I have a theory about that. There used to be this television show here in Australia that did parodies. It was a comedy show. And they suggested in one of their skits that there's an old person command center. And when it gets busy late at night, they set out the code slow button and all these old people scatter throughout the city and then jump in front of you at the supermarket, at the butchers, in the cars, and they hold up traffic. And I believe that's true. I think it's a real thing. I think there's a command center.
Yeah, and sugar. We had not a spot of sugar to be found on our shelves. So we were told that there might be a sugar shortage. So my mom and I do Christmas baking. And so we bought, just little 2-kilogram bags of sugar because that's all they had available. But we bought 4 of them. And so then I went to the grocery store today and sure shit, no sugar. Now, can you believe that?
Yeah. It's a topsy-turvy world, isn't it, Brad?
Yeah. No sugar.
Well, you can't do much Christmas baking if you don't have sugar.
Have you got a big
I like the my mom makes these chow mein cookies with salt on them. That's what I like.
They're oh, sorry,
Is
Jade,
that something that Brad actually eats aside from peanut butter?
Yes. But of course there's sugar in it, so he will eat anything if it has sugar in it, and like chocolate chips and caramel chips. So you kind of melt that stuff down with some sugar, and then you put these really crunchy. You break them up, chow mein noodles, and then you melt the chocolate chips and stuff in there. And then chow mein noodles, and then you plop them down on wax paper and let them harden, and he eats them like crazy.
Right. So
goes to the freezer or goes to the cupboard and picks them up and eats them in the middle of the night and can't understand. Then he wakes up in the morning and he's got chocolate on his chest and chocolate dripping down his mouth. So sometime through the night, in a low sugar moment, when his blood sugar's dropped, he goes and searches out pieces of chocolate and then eats it in his sleep. And truly, Jade, he doesn't remember doing this.
I woke up one time and I had chocolate all over my face and all over my pillow and all over my blankets. And I honestly thought I shit myself. I thought I touched it. I touched it and I was so scared to smell it.
Yeah, and then then he says to me, I don't remember doing that, Mom. Well, he doesn't.
Can you still hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not even funny.
I was going to ask for naked baby photos next. I think I've got some already.
Oh, probably.
Let's say hello to everybody that's here. Thank you for joining us, folks. We've got Tremor Bear.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming.
Ed B. Metal.
I know this is a little out of the ordinary and this isn't something that Jade usually does, but I think it's interesting and it'll be a lot of fun for people and it'll make great Christmas presents. So
yeah,
well, it hopefully
to make to take vinyl records and make clocks out of them and paint them and stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Hello, Joe, Glenn, and Audible Video, and Thomas Christ, Leela's here, Kim Hart and Hudson, Robbie Stingle, hello, Lady Campion. I'm already having a good time. Ed Zielinski, hello, Ed. Thanks for joining us. Who else we got here? We got 24 of you, so thank you for coming along today. I think I got most of you. I think so. I'm scrolling up. Yeah, I got. If you're lurking as well, hello to the lurkers. We love our lurkers. Lurk away. Do what you need to. All right. So, and I really need to compliment. I love that cardigan, Brad. Very nice cardigan that you're wearing today.
Oh, thank you. My doily.
Yeah. That's what I'm calling it. Wait, did you buy that?
Yeah, I bought it when I was in Boston.
That's the one that you bought in Boston.
Yeah.
That you were going to wear to the wedding.
Yeah.
And they told you, please don't wear it to the wedding.
Yeah.
How much was it?
Lots. $140.
Fuck me.
Yeah, Grandma could have made you
I
one.
know. Yeah.
She used to crochet doilies. All she has to do is to stitch them together, and puts the sleeves in it, and he can just be a walking doily tree.
Don't lay down, Brad. Your grandma might put a drink on you. Well, all right. So shall we explain what is happening today? So basically what we're doing today, we have a bunch of items to auction, and all of them have, let me bring up the website here. So I did make a little website page where we could display everything if you needed to. It is pinned to the top of the chat. I can put it in the chat right now if you would like to go and get a better look at it yourself. Let me see what I'm doing here. I just need to move this about. I've got shit everywhere today. Okay, let's paste this in here. So here is the website. Is Jade Starr. Oh, so that's the charity we're going to. That's the wrong one. Here we go. I'm already off to a good start. I should have had these saved as things, but I don't. So here is the auction page. jadestar.com.au/auction, and that will bring you over here to this page where we have a lovely little story about Debra and all of the exhibits that we have today. So we've got 6 of them here, and they all have little stories about them. I've got larger pictures to show you as well. And the way that we're going to do this is, first off, before we get into the rules and such, is that tell us where you are, because you're going to donate all the proceeds from this, Debra, is that right? Where are you going to donate these proceeds to?
So I'm donating to a place called the Grace Cafe, and I had in London, Ontario, not to be confused with London, England.
Yep.
But London, Ontario,
Or St. Thomas.
which is in just outside. It's St. Thomas, Ontario, which is just outside London, Ontario, and it is a volunteer-run soup kitchen, and they do amazing work, like absolutely amazing. It boggles my brain. They're open 5 days a week, or 6 days a week, except for Sundays. And they start at 6 o'clock in the morning and they run till, I think about noon, but they do, tons and tons, many cups of coffee, fresh warm food every day. Plus they box up lunches and things for some people aren't comfortable in crowds of people. So they box up lunches for people to take away. Yeah. And it's kind of a long, complicated story, but I had lost touch with my brother many years ago. And he was a self-employed roofer by trade. So he never paid into Canada Pension, or he never had a pension thing, because everybody paid him basically under the table. But when it came time to collect his what we call Canada Pension here, because he hadn't contributed to Canada Pension through his life, he didn't have Canada Pension to collect. So for a long time, he lost all of his identification, and that's complicated. I won't get into that story, but it took them quite a long time to round up his ID and everything. And through that time, he went to the Grace Cafe, and they don't, it's people think, oh, the only people that ever go to soup kitchens are, drug addicts or whatever. And that's not the case. People that fall on hard times and, especially through COVID, there's so many people that have lost their jobs, or their hours were cut, and they are really struggling to feed themselves. So my brother got very sick, and the Grace Cafe and the volunteers there really looked after him well, and made sure that that he had friends and had company and had food. And I'm just very, very grateful for everything that they did. That's it.
Yeah. So look, we went through a pandemic, and now we're going through another demic, and it's a demic that's all over the world. I know many people right now from all around the world who are struggling to make ends meet. So it really is a hard time at the moment for many people, because food banks are exhausted all over the world.
Yes.
All over the world,
Yes.
they're exhausted, and they just
Yes.
don't have the funds. And at this time of Christmas, places like soup kitchens and stuff like that are so stretched. Many people probably wouldn't know this. I've experienced it being homeless and for a time, and I spent a Christmas not in a home, and ended up going to a drop-in center and eating there, and they do their best to put on like a traditional kind of Christmas for people as best they can. But everything's stretched at the moment. It is everywhere.
Yes,
So
it absolutely. It's experienced really all over the world. It's a tough time, and grocery prices have soared.
Yep.
Probably 200 to 300% more than what they were, even 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Food shortages. Like I was just talking before you went on air, we can't find sugar. So, not toilet paper, but sugar. And I don't know if you experienced the toilet paper run.
Yeah, we all did.
It
was ridiculous.
Yeah, during COVID, but now it's sugar.
It didn't affect me. I just used my hand. So it's all good.
Okay. Well, that always works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just, I'm a bush girl, so finding leaves works better, Jade. I'm just saying.
Any particular leaves for wiping your butthole?
Well, broad. You got to
broad.
get a broad leaf, right?
Brad, what's
a
your
broad
take
leaf
on?
plant.
What's your favorite bottom wiping tool?
A tushy.
He has a special machine in the bathroom.
Of course, he has.
It's like a fire hose.
Yes. So yeah, he's got a hook up to the toilet.
Oh, we've heard about it, Deborah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I've got photos of him using it as well, which I never asked for.
They were just okay.
Yeah, he does it all the time. Mixed Club says Poison Ivy's really good. Great. Well, you keep using Mixed Club. That makes sense. Why you're such a prickly prick. There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, 15th Bend, thanks for joining us. And Axiom, I saw you. And hello to Axiom and Mixed Club, of course. It's the tushy thing. It's a bidet, isn't it, Brad?
Yeah.
It's like a bidet.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but it's got the power of a fire hose.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Yeah, it can be
is the truth.
A home enema as well, can it be, Brad?
Yeah,
it's powerful.
How did we get here? It always descends into madness. It always descends into madness. That is this channel. It is what it is. All right, so the rules today for this auction that we are running. So let me bring up the auction page again. Here we go. So you have gone at, so basically we've set all of the exhibits at a $20 starting point. Okay, so now I know we have multiple currencies around the world, but we're just setting it at $20. So I'm guessing that's going to be a US. It depends on where people are. It's a really hard thing that so far. It's a really hard thing to do. But why we set it at a $20 kickoff is to cover the postage. So that seems to make sense. So because these things, they've all been made with the idea of postage in mind, isn't that right, Deborah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that they can be posted okay and they won't get hurt or anything like that. So we do have 6 exhibits, as I said, and we're going to start off. And the way we're going to do this is so whoever wins, and if we don't get a winner and it gets passed through, then that happens. That's what auctions are. I've never done this before. So this is all new. Now, the way we're going to do it is I've got a timer, which I will bring up on the screen. Just let me get that sorted here. There we go. Here's our timer. We'll be running this so all items, begin at $20 to cover postage. They can be viewed on the link there that Thomas has put in there at jadestar.com.au auction. I'll be putting the images up of the items, which one we're particularly bidding on. I think a 10-minute limit. What do you think? How long a limit would you guys want? Because we can play. I
don't know, Jade. Yeah, I suppose a 10-minute limit, or that might be a little bit long. But
yeah, I reckon we do a 5 minute.
5 minute.
5 minute limit. And we'll put it up. And the way people can bid is by using an emoji in the chat. We're going to use a specific emoji in the chat, and that is, of course, Brad's favorite emoji. And that is, I'm putting it in the chat now. So I'm putting an example of.
Oh, I'm a little bit scared to see this emoji.
Oh, it's the skull.
Okay.
It's nothing rude. So the skull and crossbones with a bid next to it, and and
Grandma's laughing.
There were multiple ways we could have done this. They could have used a plugin to do this and have it all be automated. But the problem was that what happens is that they want to take a shitload of money out of it. So it was and then I have to do a tax thing and all this hibbity jibbity stibbity. So the rules for getting in the money if you win is there is up to 7 days to get in your funds if you win. So I thought, we may as well give people a bit of time. So if there's, in advance that you're getting paid in 7 days from those. So that would be 7 days from now. And I will be posting my email address, and all you got to do is shoot me an email, and then you will get the address to pay into, and all that information goes to Debra, and they will send out the clocks or send out the pieces. And then once all the money's collected, we will show you that has gone to Les Soup Kitchen. So yes, it is episode 1111. Can you believe that? 1111. the way this stuff lands is just crazy. So yes, each of them will start at $20, and then whatever happens. I don't think I've got any music. Oh yes, I do have some music to play while it's happening. Cheers. No, hang on. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
Oh my goodness.
Wrong one.
Oh.
But I think what I'll do is we'll just play some of Brad's music in the back. I was going to have this home shopping music like queued up, but I thought, nah, that's work.
There's nuts roasting on an open fire.
All right. So shall we kick one off? And I should be able to do this and this, and let's go into our photos app. So the first one that we're going to kick off with today, give me a chance here, is, one sec. We're going to kick off with this one. Let's zoom in on it. This is Exhibit A here. And this...
Which one's that? The middle one?
This one.
Okay.
So the quote here, this is made on a record, so it's made on vinyl. Some of these are made on actual vinyl.
Flip them around so they can see the back.
Yeah, in the chat, hang on a minute.
The back is messy, but
we'll see it in a minute.
You can see that it's...
So to vote, in the chat, you just do, like, here's an example. I'm just doing it now. We just use the skull and crossbones and the number you want to vote for. So this is the first one that we are voting for. I'll bring Debra up. I'll just read it out. This is made on a record. There are shades of pinks, bronze, and cream hues. It's embellished with translucent cream leaves and white flowers. So let's bring you up and go. I know. Well, we've got one for something later on, or you can just at me. That's probably fucking easier. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. So let's, if we use the skull or at me, that'll be fine. So here it is close up. So this is on vinyl, and you can see this is a working clock. This is not like just an ornament. It is actually a working clock. And you want to explain it to us, Debra? What's gone into it?
Okay, so there's I don't normally put numbers on my clock because sometimes people, the orientation could vary from different people. So I suppose for the younger generation, they won't have a clue. But it is a working clock, and it will come with a little stand that you can put it in. So this one was paint poured. I don't know if you can see the background on it. There is a glare because of the light there. So, and then there's, and then I put my dots because I like dots on it, but it can be turned to whatever orientation that you prefer. Like, can go kind of on the side, or it can go up and down like this, or so. And like I say, it will come with a little stand that will display it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this one doesn't have a hanger on it.
So what I'm going to do is bring up this. Let's see if all this... Oh, there we go. This is kind of going to work. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Look at that. 1 second. Go down here and grab this.
Really beautiful one.
All right. And now I can do this.
There you go.
Wow, the iPad does well. So let's kick off. This is for the bidding of number one. It is kicked off. So if you'd like to place a bid for this is Exhibit A. If you want to go to the website, just let us know. It starts at $20. I'm not going to be doing the whole because it's a slow, relaxing kind of thing. There is, if you want
don't
to
be doing that.
If you want to go and take a closer look at it, I'm going to play some music while we're doing this. So I should be able to just go yoink like that, leave those there, and let's play something from Brad Example here. I've got this track here. I'm going to bring down the volume a bit, and let's play. What is this? The Queen Secrets. Let's go.
With the secret hidden message.
Oh, yeah.
Pay attention.
It does.
There's a hidden message in it?
It does too.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
It does. It has a secret hidden message.
At the very end.
No
You can't
way.
see it unless you change the brightness.
I'll play the secret message at the end. I'll show it, Brad. So if anybody would like to vote, we start at 20 on this one. If it doesn't, it gets passed through, and it is what it is. So
Makes great Christmas presents for your mom and dad,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
for your aunts and uncles, or your sister.
Well, it'd probably be late, Bradley, depending on where it's being sent to.
Well, still,
But still.
it'll get there.
It'll get there, yes.
yeah, I don't think it'll make it there for Christmas, unfortunately. But
I don't think so.
It might.
Kim Harden Hudson has put through $40. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's
Kim.
awesome.
What's that?
So we've got 40 on this beautiful piece. I mean, they are amazing. Look at this detail. I'm going to zoom in on this detail here. So I'll give you a little story about this song that you're hearing. When Brad did the video clip, he sent this through to Russ. Did the video clip, and he sent it through to Russ, and Russ was Russ was putting it together, and he sent it through to Brad to get Brad to check it, and Brad was like, "Yeah, that's all right." And then we checked it, and there was a problem with it. There was actually a problem with it. So Russ sent through another version of it, and we all said to Brad, "Make sure you check it this time." And Brad said, "Yeah, I checked it." But he didn't check it because Russ put a secret message at the end of it. And Brad uploaded the video to YouTube, and the secret message is still there. And every time somebody plays this song, we all see the secret message, and most of you have no idea it's there. But today we're going to unveil it and show you the secret message that Russ put in there. It's not very nice. We missed it just then. So there it was. Let's have a look at it. Now I think it's in this
It's gonna
last.
fall apart.
Where is it, Brad? I can't see it. It's in this bit, isn't it?
Right at the very end. Yeah, you gotta set the. Yeah, right there.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Now,
There it is.
yeah.
All right. So
What?
it's really hard to see.
You
Right.
have to lighten
If
it
you,
up.
if you zoom in here, you should see it says Brad is a cunt. Right there.
Oh,
See that?
See it?
You can just
I-
barely
I-
see it.
yeah,
It's-
I can't see it, but
I don't know if I can lighten up.
yeah, that's okay.
It's in there.
I'll take your
It's-
word for it.
It's in there. It's right here. CUNT. There it is.
Oh my goodness.
But it's just subtly hidden in there because we wanted to prove to Brad that he really should check things when
Yes.
when we send them to him. But no, Brad never checks anything because, he's Brad. All right, we got 32 seconds left. The current bid is $40 on this one, including postage and handling. So if there's anyone else who wants to try and outbid, try and outbid Kim, then let us. It's definitely there. Yeah, it's still there. Poor Brad. He had no idea. He uploaded. Yeah, Russ did the vid. Poor Brad. He uploaded it. He was so happy, and then we all told him that that was written in there, and he was like, "Oh well, just leave it there." All right, our timer is going off. This and sold.
Right on, Kimmy. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Sold to Kim Harden Hudson for $40. All right, I can stop the timer. So thank you, Kim. Good job. And here, let's show you what Kim has won. I wish I had. We'll do the chestnuts while I show it. Let's give it. There we go.
Cheers the North, roping on their
It's yours, Kim. Congratulations. Thank you so much. So as we said at the beginning
Thank
of the
you,
show,
Kim.
if you are joining us late here, so all the money that's raised today from this auction goes to the Grace Street Cafe, which is a food kitchen in Canada, and who looks after people who are doing it tough. And that's, there's so many people at the moment. Maybe even people here, in our community. Everyone's kind of doing it tough. All right, let's play a song. We just heard from Brad, but or should we do it? We'll do another one. We'll get another one done. Quick show's a good show. We don't want to be here forever. So we'll bring up the second exhibit. In fact, I'm going to mix them up. Shall we do that? Because I saw 15th Ben wanted to go for one. So I think he said exhibit D. This is my favorite. Let's bring it up here. This is exhibit D. We're going to jump ahead. So exhibit A is sold. Man, I love this one. This is just... And when we had you on the show, Deborah, you said, you told us your love of trees. And this says, I truly love trees. The more twisted and misshapen, the better. This has dark orangey reds, yellows, gold, black, and a very dark blue that highlights the background. Also poured onto a record. So again, this is on vinyl. Do you want to give us a squiz at it, Deborah?
So this has got some metallic gold in it. So when the sun hits it, you're going to see a lot of kind of gold highlights, but there's also some very subtle blue that kind of goes through it, but it reminds me of fire. And it really did turn out, I think it turned out really pretty. It's one of my favorites too. And like I said, it's on a
wow.
Wait, now I got it. Okay, so there you go. So, and kind of like the tree of life. And sorry about the glare, but that's what resin does.
She said nicely resined, because resins are really, let me tell you something, resin is a really hard thing to do. I've watched people do resining on their YouTube channels, and fuck, it
is tricky. You gotta keep wiping edges, and so things don't build up. You gotta use a torch to take the air bubbles out. So you go about every 10 minutes or so, because the air bubbles will rise to the surface. If you don't get rid of all the air bubbles, then you get like pin marks all through your work. So resining is tricky, and it takes a while, but this resined up really nice. So I was happy with it.
That one turned out really pretty.
I've started the bidding now, and I see we had 15th Bend has put in an offer straight away of 55, so we are off. And let me just grab some music.
Wow, thanks.
Thank you.
15th Bend. Oh, hang on.
You're the best, buddy.
Oh, I'm behind here because 15th Bend has been outbid by Pookie Ann, who's, where did I see that? 55 for Pookie Ann. So we've got 15th. You've been knocked out. We've got a bit of controversy already. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a punch on. It's all going to happen. Let me get the timer up here.
It's well worth it. These are beautiful paintings, and I'm so proud of my mom for making them and how far she's come.
Beautiful. Look at that. So Pookie's in front with $55 at the moment. And we got Brad playing. 15th Bend has upped the stakes here and gone to 60. Oh my God, it's happening. Hotly contested action here. It's getting thrilling.
Yes, it sounds like a horse race.
Oh my God, Pookie's gone to 70. This is a bidding war going on. I knew this one would be popular. I love this one. It's as soon as I saw it, I drooled. So
they're gonna make great Christmas presents, even if they're a little bit late. They're gonna make beautiful
for next Christmas,
presents.
Brad. Next Christmas.
Yeah.
Drama on the high seas. Pookie's currently got $70. If 15th Ben was streaming right now, he could just like go, "Hey everybody, I want." Oh, 15th Ben's gone 75. He's broken up my joke. He's broken up my joke. I was going to say he could pull out his pipe and play. Pookie's gone one up again. Pookie's gone one up. The current bid is $80 with 2 minutes 45 left. This is highly contested. Pookie's now in front, and 15th Ben is he's on the back foot. Look at Leela. She's doing the do we have 90? Do we have 90? Do we have 90? I'm not trying to be a pressure car salesman though with doing this. How high will they go? It is drama on the high seas. So currently the bid is for $80 by Pookie Ann. Does this one come with the stand as well? They all come with the stand,
yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And this one's on vinyl too, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's on vinyl. Yeah, it's not any. I have to always check the backs to make sure that I'm not using, like a Beatles record from a long time ago or something.
What's that one? What is that album? I'm interested. I was going to ask about the other one.
I don't really know.
She used an Elvis 78 once. I was like, what are you doing? That's a $250 album.
Yeah, so now this is like Godspell or something. I'm not sure.
Godspell, wicked.
Yeah, I think it's but yeah, so I check the backs now to make sure that I'm, not putting something up for a bid that's worth some money. Like if I had any of that, what's that young singer that's all the rage now and had tours all over the world, and people are paying $1,800 or $3,000 for Taylor Swift. I would pour paint on her. Just saying. I can't stand her music. Can't stand it.
Well, that took a sharp turn, didn't it? The current bid is $80 with 41 seconds remaining on this one. Sorry, 15th. It's getting close, 15th Ben. It's 31 seconds until we're gone here. We're getting close. 26 seconds. The current bid is $80 to Pookie Ann. Is this going to go crazy at the end? I'm scared of what's going to... This is going to be like an eBay sale. Now remember, I'm seeing stuff in time that whatever comes up for me is what I see. I have to go by what order I see things come up in the chat. So... And I can take a screenshot to prove what I see come up. We have a timer that is done. Boom. All right. The winner is Pookie at $80.
Right on, Pookie.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
You're the best, baby.
Well done. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Oh, what the fuck? They've all come in late. Well, this is the thing. There's a delay on stuff as well too, isn't there? Because I forgot about that. There is a delay. Because the YouTube has like a what is it, like a 10-second buffer. So maybe we need to remember that, because 15th Ben came in, and see they've got a delay.
Oh my goodness.
Fucking hell. We've already got controversy. So what do we do? What do we do in this regard? There is a delay.
There's still some more. Guys.
I didn't even think about the fucking time, about the time difference. 15-second delay. Well, there is something like that anyway. Is it that long? I don't know. It didn't seem like 15 seconds there. I'm going to have to go with what I can see. We're going to have to. I don't know. How do we do this in the long run for the next one or something like that? Because that's the thing. I didn't take into account the delay.
Okay.
What was Ben's bid?
Well, you got to go by when the timer went off. So
I've got to go by the timer from my end here.
yes.
Yeah, but see,
otherwise it gets confusing. I think. Unfortunately, that's kind of sad. For the next bid, maybe the timer goes off, and then another timer for the 15 seconds to wait for Jade. I don't know, because you're doing it all on your end.
maybe that's the thing. Maybe I do a. I believe they got in. I believe that, so that they got in time, because there is that time difference. What I think I'm going to do is add for the next one, because I see Cold Acre got one in as well too. Right on the. I'm guessing it would have been right on the thing. Going to stay after school and write. I won't forget about the delay. Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, this is the first time I'm doing this. Come on, give me a break. I tried to think of so many different ways to do it, and all of them were really fucking hard.
Oh, see, you're going to have to write on the chalkboard 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I forgot it. Yes, I can't forget about it.
I think what I'm going to do is even if I call this out, and count down, there's still going to be a delay, because there still is a delay, because even my voice number, whatever you fucking see, is going to have a delay. So whatever anyone puts in the comments is going to be, I guess, what is the best way to do it? I technically put in 5 seconds left. Cold Acres popped up at the last second. Yeah, and I believe that. But I'm getting, I guess for this one, we just, do we redo it?
Well, yeah, like, it's up to you. And is there a timer anywhere on the, like, I don't know how to describe it. Like as the bids come in, is there like a timer on your screen, Jade? Like, how when you play music and it kind of goes.
Yeah, the problem is, Deborah, is that, so as people are seeing the time go out,
right,
what's going out live, and what I'm seeing in the chat, there's like a 12-second delay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so no matter what I say here, I'm going to see the chat. It's out of time with what's going on.
It's out of time.
Yeah, there's no real way to do it. I reckon we just go with Pookie's won it at this point. I think we just do that, because it's what did Pookie say here? Put the names on a wheel and spin it. Do you want me to do that?
That sounds like fun.
Would you guys want me to do that? I'm going to put it on a wheel. And guess what? Do I happen to have a wheel? I think I do. I don't know if I have one here on this. Let me see. Wheel. I don't think I have one on this particular thing.
Yeah, there's still like 4 more left to go.
All right, so yeah, there's
2 more clocks.
There's definitely
2 more.
There's 2 more clocks to go.
2 more.
All right, here's the best way I can do the wheel, because I don't have a wheel thing set up. Normally I have it set up, but for this OBS thing, I don't have it. And I don't think I can jump over and copy it and bring it over, because that would disrupt the stream. I'm just checking, do I have a wheel in here? No, I deleted it from the interview thing. But what I can do is play a song. Let me go over, let me bring everyone up here so you're not seeing what I'm doing. I'll load up a wheel of names. I think that's what it is. I think that's the one I use. That's the one I use. There it is. We've got a wheel. All right.
It's a little bit $100.
So what's the bid going to be that we're spinning for? You guys are deciding. It's your thing.
I think we're going with this one. Oh,
Pookie.
hold on. I think the one in the middle there, the clock.
This one?
And
No.
This
That
one?
one, yeah.
are you in Cold
Is
Acre?
that the one, Mum?
Are we going to
Yeah.
go? Are we going to do 100 and go in for the spin? Is that what we're going to do? I'm asking the chat. Yes.
This one's crazy. It's like planets and
Yeah, that one's wicked.
universe and
That's the Big Bang one.
crazy pretty. All the colors on it are insane. You wouldn't believe it if you saw it up close. But because I have the ring light on, it's hard to see with the light. But my God, is it ever beautiful?
All right, so we've got all three. Is this what we're doing? Sounds reasonable. We're doing all three for 100. There's the names. Is that okay with you, Cold Acre, as well? But yeah, it's whatever you... I like that, Kim Hudson. We're just going to do that. So we'll spin it, and it's either between 80 and 100, whatever you pick. There, how's that? Yeah? All right, let's do it. Let's spin that. Does that sound fair? I think it sounds fair. Then we'll move on to... I knew this would be organised chaos.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But, all right, let's go. We're going to spin this wheel. Make sure I've got some volume here. I'm going to shuffle. Oops. Going to do some shuffling. I'm not used to using this wheel before. All right, and we'll spin. Do I have some wheel music? I think I've got wheel music. All right, let's spin the wheel. The
wheel. Go the wheel. And all that, it's 15th bend who wins.
There you
All
go.
right, 15.
15th bend wins.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, I'm so sorry, guys, for all the confusion. Who knew? I didn't even think of all of that, man. So there we go. 15th bend. So I'll need to change that. 15th bend for $100. Boom. All right. Thank you, guys, for all voting. Hotly contested. That was very exciting. Congratulations. All right, shall we move on to the next one since that took forever? I think with this, what I'll do is after...
Mama. Oh.
Hopefully we're just not too hot contested this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, you need to hand me this one. No,
Right, so
other one. This one back.
Man,
okay.
I love this. It's just crazy, but it's all for a good cause. It's all for fun.
It is. It's all going to the Grace Cafe. So
yeah, we're going to do exhibit.
It's all good.
Exhibit B now. So that was D. We're going to do exhibit B. This is my interpretation of the Big Bang. A plethora of vibrant colors, reds, yellows, metallic blues, and various colors in between. It is also set on a record. So this is another vinyl piece here. Let me come back over here, set up the clock. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Clock, and bring up this photo. It's this one. There we go. All right, hello, Jolene.
Do you want me to hold it up?
Yeah, sure. Tell us.
Okay.
Didn't you already do that one?
No. This is okay. There, I don't know. So it's kind of again, the orientation is kind of up to you. Although I did put some white on there to kind of where the light is coming from. But
Isn't that the one you were holding, probably?
yeah. So it is kind of the planets and Earth and just a Big Bang. I don't know what else to call it.
All right, let's go. Let's start it going. So all of these, again, start at 20, and I'll bring up our timer. I've got a photo of it here as well. So 5 minutes, I guess. Let's just try and in the last 15 seconds, get it in. Before 15 seconds, how's that sound? Get it in. See the timer, once 15 seconds before is going to be the close, right? That's how we're going to do it. I should just do 5 minutes 15, shouldn't I?
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just put them on the couch
gonna
because
zoom
puppies
in.
aren't there anyway. So
I don't want him to.
All right, let me pick some music here. $35 from Pookie. Thanks, Pookie.
thank you.
Let me find another song from Brad to play in the background. Bring the clock back up. Make sure if I can hit the right button. All right, we are good. The Grey Street Cafe, Ontario, Talbot Street. Is that it, Deborah?
I think so. I don't know what street it's on, but it's in St. Thomas, Ontario. It's the only.
Yes, it is. It is. It's
yes.
323 Talbot Street, St. Thomas.
Yes.
Thanks, Layla, for posting the link. So Pookie's got in 35 for this particular piece. Is Exhibit B. I'm at least I'm doing all the notes, so I've got notes. Perfect song with Brad yelling "fuck it all" in the background. So as the clock gets down to, we're gonna it closes off. 15 seconds will be the close. I know it sounds confusing, but I think does that make sense? Am I calculating that right?
Well,
by 15,
what?
By 15,
by
15 here, when it hits 15 for you guys, it's still going down to 0 for me. So that's how I still see that there's people coming in. I'm guessing.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not an auctioneer. I make music. What is going on?
Oh, you're doing okay, Jade. You're doing good. This is the first time, so
So my email,
for everybody.
So everyone who wins today just needs to email me, and then I'll forward on all the details 15th Ben. So I'll put my email's pretty simple. I'll put that in here. I'll do that now.
You're the best, 15.
Which is just Jade.
I can't wait for you to come back, buddy.
Where is he?
He took a break.
So
He was doing live streams, but he took a break for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Well, he had to take a break from us and actually give his family some bloody attention, didn't you? 15.
Yeah.
Spending too much time with all of us. Which I totally get. We spend so much time here.
These are beautiful Christmas presents, and they're musical, so you can't go wrong.
And everyone who gets one, Brad will send a wanking glove along with it. Trust me, you'll love a
nude pictures.
Oh, they're great.
Everybody who's even in the chat will get a nude picture.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, awesome. So everyone just gets one for free, and what are you talking about? Well, you don't want to see these photos, folks. You get them at all hours of the morning. You're asleep. You wake up, and then all of a sudden there's a guy in a shower.
I'm showing off my new shower.
Yeah. There was more than a shower in that photo, Brad. Let me show you some of the details of this.
Did you really? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he did. He just sends photos of himself in the shower to us all the time, Deborah.
Oh my God. That's why he's in there so freaking long.
And then,
I wondered what he was doing.
yeah, now my mom is sitting here saying, I was wondering what he was doing in there.
right, we're going to close this off. We're at 31 seconds, so we're closing it off at 15 seconds. It looks like we have Pookie at $35 right now. Any more takers on this one? 19, 18, 17. It's closed as of now. It's done. That makes sense. So the time is still going, but by the time I see the comments, if they come through, that'll kind of make sense, I think. So if anything comes through late, by the time it actually hits 0, then somebody's got in. But sold to Pookie.
Yay,
Oh, thank you.
I did
You're
it.
a sweetheart.
Thank you, Pookie, very much. My alarm's going off. Pete calls, what do you call it? Anyway, Congratulations, Pookie. Let me fill in these details.
Yay,
so that went
Pookie.
for $35. And you guys are killing it. So kind, because all this money is going to the charity of the Grace Cafe. Hi, Pete Johns. All right, we got another.
Pete.
Let's do another one. We got what do we got here? Let me bring up. God, look. No, that's not it. That's my dinner from the other night. Oh, look, that's my stats from YouTube for 2023. I had a pretty good year. What do you think? I think I had a good year. 902 subscribers.
Yeah,
Speaking of, folks.
Do this one?
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you're watching on the replay, God help you, I don't know. But we are in the home straight of this year. Now, I've been trying to get to 3,500 subscribers by Christmas, and guess what? Only need 12 more subscribers. Can you believe that?
Oh.
12 more subscribers. I'm going to reach the record that I set for myself at the start of this year to get to 3,500. So that's a cool thing. Anyway, we're going to move on to this one. We're doing Exhibit C. That's this one. Is that what you have in your hand?
No, I have the butterfly in my hand.
All right, let's do the butterfly then. All right. So this one is on wood. Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is on a wooden canvas. So it won't bend or anything. That's the back of it. You can see that it's wooden, but it is resined, and it's got kind of like I don't know, kind of like sparkles up at the top. But the paint that it was painted with, the butterfly, it shifts colors. So I used a shifting paint with it. So depending on how the light, it kind of goes from pinks to purples. It's really hard to see it with Bradley's camera, but it also has some gold highlights in it. I outline the butterfly in dots. I like doing dot work, so it comes kind of like it can hang on the wall with like a twine. I use just kind of like a rustic twine with it, but it is very pretty. It kind of is prettier than what you're seeing. I like I say, I like the shifting colors on it. So it's really sturdy and it'll travel well. And
awesome. All right, let's do this one. So let's go over, make sure I got all the right things happening here. Not clicking that. All right, so that is this one. And let's go and bring up the screen. Let's start the timer. First, what I'll do is I'll choose some music. Just got to have some more Brad music. We had the, guess which one it is, Brad. Guess what I'm playing now? It's Hobo Brad, everybody's favorite. There he is. Look, there he is. There's Brad. Or that's not actually Brad, folks, if you didn't know.
It does look like him,
but
though.
it's not him, is it? That's
no,
the guy
it's not.
That's the guy
who's the new guy that's moved into the house.
Yes, in the chair.
And I've moved out into the shed.
Yeah, Brad now lives in the shed, and this guy now has replaced Brad in the home. This is Hobo Brad, everybody. So we've gone to know Hobo Brad very well, and he's a much nicer person than the original Brad. But let's play this. Russ would be laughing his head off right now. Right, let's play this song in the background, and we'll start the timer for this one. Starting bid is $20, which covers postage and handling. Let's go. All right, if you would like to bid, please feel free to bid on this beautiful butterfly. Here's another photo of it. Let's zoom in and show you some of this stuff. Good God, look at all that in there as well. You took some.
That's gorgeous.
You took some great pictures too. Thanks, Deb, for doing that.
Thank you.
So this is exhibit something. I can't remember what it was. One of them. $20 is the start bid. If you would like to go for this, any bid above $20 is absolutely okay. And all the money goes to the Grace Street Cafe. which is a
Yeah,
soup
that's
kitchen.
one of my favorite ones. It's really, really, really pretty.
And all of these too were made specifically for this because, you know, when we had Debra on the show, we talked about, it was, you know, I said at the start, it was you guys who decided to do this. I never planned to have a fucking auction, but here we are. The things we do on this channel, man. A week ago, we were talking about pillows. You know, a week later, we're auctioning artwork. And it just never ends, does it? Pookie's gone in for $25. Wow, Pookie.
Right on, Pookie.
Pookie's a fan. I live to
Yeah,
fly.
Pookie, you'll love all these. Like, they're so beautiful when you put them on your mantelpiece or hang them on your wall. They're just so beautiful. It's unbelievable. And I'm not even, like, an art aficionado, but when I look at my mom's art, I'm blown away by it.
And how long has she been doing it again?
She started when the pandemic started.
There you go.
And then just gradually kept getting better and better and better. And then I went to an art gallery and they had pour paintings up on the wall that were worth like $500, $600, $700. And I was saying to my mom, yours are way better than these. And she sells them for 20, 50, like she sells them for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's now this one isn't a clock, just to remind people, it's not a clock, this one. It is just a piece.
Yeah, it's got rope on the back that you can hang up on your door, on your wall.
Yeah, Pookie is amazing. You know.
Yeah, Pookie, I love you.
Not only is she a supporter of many people's music here, and she's a mod. I forced her to be a mod here. I messaged her and told her if she wasn't a mod, I was going to hurt her. I was going to kidnap her, do terrible things to her. Do you remember that message, Pookie? No, I don't either. It probably didn't happen. But it's a good story, isn't it? It's a good story. No, but Pookie supports many, many channels here. And many artists and the like. Where are we?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So if anyone else would like to try and outbid Pookie, you have the opportunity. We have probably about a minute left. And then I think we've only got a few more after this. So this is our fourth one. We've only got two more. Is that it?
Two left.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we've missed seeing Brad as a hobo. Maybe we'll play the Brad hobo clip in its full because everybody loves seeing Brad the hobo. If you want to refresh your YouTube as well, I forgot to put Debra's emojis in, but they're in there now. I put them in before. I forgot to put them in before the show. It's been chaos here. I've been. I would have definitely refused if I've gotten that message. Well,
thank you, Jade, for doing all this. I know it was hard work and a lot of stress.
Well, so
thank you so much.
It's not stress. It's not hard. Oh, Russ is here. Russ has gone in for 30. What? Russ has come out of nowhere.
Oh, look at Russ coming out of the blue.
Russ. All right, we've only got like 10 seconds left for this one. Russ is in at 30 because we're cutting it off at 15 seconds. 20.
Right on.
19.
Russ.
18. We're cutting it off in 2. It's done. Sold to Russ. Well, Russ has come out.
On Rusty.
The dark horse, and you're probably seeing the countdown a little bit more, but that covers for the 12, 15 seconds. But it is sold and done. Russ is the winner. Sold to Russ. Wow. Well, you missed out there, 15th, Ben. If I win, I'll gift it to Pookie. Just a little bit late there, just a little bit late, because I know the time's all messed up. But so that's that one. Russ has got that. Let's Oj back to you guys so I can sort out my screen. So that was Exhibit E, and Russ for $30. Well done, Russ. Good to see you, by the way, Russ. I hope you're okay.
I love you, Rusty.
Yeah, we miss you, Russ. we miss you, Russ. Russ is taking a little time off. He's I think he's kind of in the chats watching, but he's just being a bit cool, calm, and collected. And that's okay to do that, because take a break, man. When YouTube's getting a bit full on, we can't do this. Can't be me and do this fucking 24 hours a day, so it consumes your life and you start questioning why you're alive. Anyway, you didn't need to know how my brain's working at the moment. The next one, let's jump in. We'll get this done. This is a clock as well. I'm going to bring it up on the screen. We're going to do Exhibit C. Debra's written to me, this is a little more understated. The long flowers leaves were created by dripping string into colours of paint. It was enhanced by acrylic paint pens. Exhibit C, so all these start at $20. Let's bounce over to Debra so she can show it and tell us about it.
So this one is like I wrote, but if you look at it, it's kind of hard. There are shades of blue, purples, some green in there. And then I outlined everything with acrylic paint pen. And you can see down at the bottom, the blue, it also, that paint shimmers. And so does some of the other paint that's in there, like the purples. It's hard to see with this light shining on it like that, but it is a clock, and you can see the back of it. Or it is a record. I don't know who it is, but anyways, it's covered up there, but it's produced by Columbia Records anyway.
Columbia Records, holy shit.
Columbia Records. So hopefully it isn't like something
I wish it was
Bradley
the best,
would have collected.
I wish it was the best of Demis Roussos. That would make it collectible.
Too late now.
Yeah, it's too late now because it's painted and has epoxy on top of it. It's resin, so... But It is very pretty, and it's kind of, like I said, it is understated.
It's one of my favorite ones. It's so dark and like
your
beautiful
heart.
And
like your soul.
like my heart.
Yeah.
Like your cardigan.
Yeah, like your cardigan.
All right, let's do it. Let's get this one. So bidding starts at $20, as with all of them. The reason is to cover for postage if you've joined us late, so that covers postage. And let me bring up our screen. And at the end, if you are successful, I'll post my email address. You just got to send me an email, and I will send you on over to Brad and Debra for their PayPal account and that kind of stuff. 7 days to make a payment if you want to do it. So we're trying to give people time. Yeah. And all that jazz. Let's start the bidding on exhibit, what did I say? C. This is a clock.
Just make sure you put which number it was in the PayPal number.
I've got all the details, Brad, so we're good. Okay. All right. Let me just, before we remind me, what's the rule? Never work with children and animals, and try and do online auctions. That's what I'm going to add to the list. because man, it's not as hard as what I thought. All right, let's start the bidding now. And Pookie's gone straight in at the throat. Pookie's a demon for $30. Pokey's in. Pokey. Why don't I call you Pokey? I'm thinking of Pokemon. Damn, I'm all over the place. This Pookie's in at $30. At least I'm not doing it.
You know it. I've never heard the name or Pookie or the nickname, but when my daughter was a little girl, I used to call her Pookie, and I was told by my father-in-law that it was Eskimo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I never heard it before, but I can't remember what he told me it meant. It did mean something really sweet. but I can't remember exactly.
Well,
I used to call her Pookie all the time, and I've never heard it before until now.
I remember when Pete Johns first saw her nickname, he unbelievably called her Pukey.
Oh.
And I don't know how you get that out of that name. 15th Bend has gone in for $35, and if I win, I'm gifting it to Pookie, to the Pooksicle. Oh, you guys.
That's very sweet, 15.
15th Bend is look, I want to thank you.
A legend.
I want to thank you guys for coming in, but getting involved in this. It's very kind of you.
Yeah,
very, very nice. Thank you.
Because we're talking at the start here, how people are doing it tough, and I know even amongst all of us, we are too. So it's a big ask. I know it's a big ask to do something like this, and get involved. So the current bid is, let me bring it up here, $35 from 15th Bend, which means Pookie can't outbid 15th Bend.
Oh,
it's so clever.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate everybody that's on here. I think it's great.
And I do too.
Like you said, everybody, everybody is struggling. Most people are. And to give to somebody else out of kindness and generosity is amazing. Well, and I thank you.
And thank you, Deborah, for putting together these, because it was back in June, I think, that we talked about this, and you made these specially for this and picked out a charity because, and it's a tough time to ask people to to go into an auction, but at the same time, at least we know it's going to go to people who fucking need it.
This Grace Cafe, like I said, it blows me away. St. Thomas isn't that big of a town, certainly bigger than Atikokan where I live, but it's not that large. And they serve over between 500 and 600 cups of coffee a day, a hot meal every single day, takeaways of sandwiches and salads, whatever they happen to be serving that day. But they don't turn anybody away. They have a reindeer, kind of I don't know if he's stuffed or whatever, but he's in their dining room. And in the wintertime, his antlers, he has, mittens and hats and coats and all draped on him and hanging off his antlers. So they provide warm clothing. They provide every special occasion, like when Mother's Day, Father's Day, they have a perfume table, they call it, and basically it's daily needs, things like shampoo and toothpaste and
they have the little
toothbrushes
care packs and that. When I was living in a park and homeless, they would come and pick me up and take me to this place where they'd have all these care packs like makeup and shower stuff and I still have some of that stuff left over. All right.
Yes.
We're closing this now. It's 1, 2, 3, and the bid has gone to 15th Bend for $35. That is, let me put that in. No, I know the numbers counting down. We said 15, so at 15, ironically, 15th Bend. Congratulations. Thank you, 15th Bend. That will go to you. That's going out to Pookie.
Thanks, 15.
All right, so we got our last one. And this is Oj over here. Congratulations. And our last one isn't. It's a little bit different, this one. Let me go over to the website. Yeah. So this is an actual print. So you want to tell, this is, let me bring it up here. A small 12 by 16 loose abstract with greens, blues, silver, and translucent leaves in the background. It's resin coated, so it will pack well. Tell us more about it. Show us, what do you got there?
Okay, so This one is, oh yeah, again, the light is so bright, but it is, this wasn't paint poured. So I just used a paintbrush and laid down the background, which is in green. There's some silver. I don't know. The silver's not going to come through on this. So there's silver laid down. Then there's leaves, which are see-through leaves that you can see here. So they're kind of translucent in there. And then I added some kind of flowers and whirligigs, which I like to do. Like I like to do that kind of, I don't know, loose thing, but it is really pretty. And I really like it. My mom likes it. It has some yellow in it, blues, silver, and it is resined, all nice and clean on the back, you can see.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got a couple of pictures of it here. Let's do this. I'll grab some music from Brad, because we've had the lovely tones of Brad Example all the way through this. We'll play Prayer for the Wicked.
Yeah.
There's no, oh, look, there's Brad's other hobo brother. Everyone who's a hobo, we just go, that's Brad. I don't know why we do that. Okay, cool. So we'll start this one at $20, and I've got a couple of pictures of it I can show you here. Let's start it now. This is our last one. This is Exhibit ABCDEF. Exhibit F on the web link. If you want to go and take a photo of it, I can post the auction link. Let me post that in here. Or you can see it on the screen. Totally up to you. Let me do this. Boom. Done. Alrighty. Mixed Clubs asked Deborah, how long does it take to make art?
It depends on how it goes. Sometimes I don't always pour paint. I just lay down whatever background. I just pick some colors, usually is how it works. And then I'll take a brush and I'll run it through it, and then if I do dotting or vining or anything like that, then it takes a little bit longer. The resining does take a while because I have to pour the resin down. Then I have to keep running my hand along the back or the outer edges so that resin doesn't pool and bubble on the back side of it, and a blowtorch to get the bubbles out of the resin. So it just depends on what I'm doing. I do have some larger canvases that I've done that I put a lot of handwork into. And so, yeah, it just depends. This one probably didn't take that long, except for the resining, of course. But the painting, I just kind of go with the flow, and wherever it kind of leads me or whatever colors kind of pop up for me, then that's what I go with.
Okay, so we have about 3 minutes, a bit under 3 minutes left. If anyone would like to make a bid, you can go anything over $20. It's totally up to you. And as I said, proceeds go to the Grace Street Soup Kitchen to feed some people over Christmas.
Yes.
Brad, are you still awake?
Yeah.
You-
I was just thinking, I was kind of sad because at the Gray Street Cafe, my Uncle Jimmy used to go there all the time for coffee. And one day he asked them to take a picture of him because he didn't want anybody to forget him.
So after we found out where it was heartbreaking. So they did. They took a picture of him, and the lady that I'm in contact with at the Grace Street Cafe went to a social work. They used to call him Cowboy. He had a leather cowboy hat that he used to wear. He had a big beard. similar to Bradley's, but obviously more gray. But and he had a bike. He never learned to drive, so he used to ride a bike all over town, and he called it the Beast, and everybody in St. Thomas knew that that was Jim Manford's bicycle. And one day it got stolen, and the so many people from the Grace Cafe, they went out to look for it, and they did find it, and they fixed it up because there was some damage done to it, and they fixed it up for him. And when he passed away, he passed away from kidney cancer, actually. But when he passed away, they hung his picture on the wall at the and they, I don't know, I think his son got his hat.
Oh, did his son?
Yeah.
Well, Frank Terzo's bidded 30 on this. Thank you, Frank. You've got about
Thank you.
30 seconds to get in for this one, folks. Thank you, 15th Bend, for the emails. I'll do all the things and stuff and get all this info out once we're all done here. So we got $30 by Frank Terzo, and we're going to get close to
it. Just goes to show you how quickly you can go from doing really, really well
to nothing.
To nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like being a roofer and making good money, and then all of a sudden you don't feel so well, and then next thing you know, you're eating out of soup kitchen. It's just quick.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, you, Frank.
Frank.
Thank
You're the
you.
best. I love you, buddy.
Frank Terzo has picked up our last piece today at $30. Thank you so much, Frank. All right. And look, I totally can vouch for exactly what you guys are talking about, because it happened to me. You know, it happened to me.
Yeah.
I've explained this story before. I was diagnosed. You know, I ended up in hospital for 2 months. I was told, you're not going to live. I cashed in my retirement, all the money I had, and I went to America to try and get treatment. And I all the way there, and they basically told me that they couldn't help me. So I wasted all my money to go to America to get treatment on something that they couldn't fix. And then I stayed there for 2 years and went, I may as well just stay here. Like, I've got nothing to go back home to now. And then I got kicked out of America, and I got home and I was homeless. And there I was living in a park going, holy fuck. Only like a year before, I was living a very extravagant life as a very expensive dominatrix, and traveling around Australia and filling my face with Botox and doing all this crazy shit, having good times, and even then, even when I was doing that, working as a dominatrix, I would walk to the brothel I worked at each day, the dungeon I worked at, and every day I walked along there, I would go and stop at the sandwich shop and buy at least 15 sandwiches and hand them out in a row to people who were like there every day.
Yes.
Because I had so much money that I didn't know what to do with working in that industry. People were paying me $5,000 to take a piss on them. You know, it was a ridiculous job.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'll never forget the last person I helped out, and this was on the day I got sick. I was heading to the dungeon, and there was this young girl sitting down, and she looked nothing. She looked like 14 years old. And I leant down and was like, how come you're homeless? Well, why are you here? And she was like, my family don't agree with me being gay. They kicked me out the house. So now I'm living here on the street. And while she was talking to me, I got on my phone and I booked a hotel room for her for 3 nights. And I said, come with me. And she thought, who's this dodgy weirdo? I was like, come with me. And I took her to the hotel and got the key for her. She went up to her hotel. I left. I went to work that night. Then I jumped on a plane, flew down to Melbourne because I had a job in Melbourne, did the job, and then went to a bar. And that night I had blood pouring out of my face. And the next hour I was in hospital. And that was it. And that was the last person I helped out. And and then from that I was one of them. You know, pretty
Yes,
much.
yes.
It's just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucked how you end up like that. Frank, all I need is an email. So let's go through what has happened here today. We have had 5 items. It was 5 or 6? Six items. Let me bring them up here. Let me do all the things. I'm trying my best to host this schmozzle. These have been the 5 items that we have had up for auction. Six.
6 items.
It's early. These have been the 6 items we've had. So let's go through what is the outcome. Kim Hudden Hudson was the winner of Exhibit A here for $40. Thank you so much, Kim. Exhibit B went to Pookie for $35. Exhibit C went to 15th Ben for $35. And then we got Exhibit D, which was hotly contested and ended up going to 15th Ben for $100, which is just my favorite piece there. Then Exhibit E went, I've got them all wrong. That's F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, that's right. Unless, we kind of went out of order there, but
Yeah, I just called the last one. It's all good. My end, I fucked up. So Exhibit E went to Russ for $30, which is the butterfly. And the last one, Exhibit F, went to Frank Terzo for $30. So all I need from everybody just is an email. And there's my email. Thomas put it in. Jade@DreadCircus.com. And then from there, I'll send on all the details to these guys. Thanks, Frank. I got your email.
Thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for participating and
yes, thank you.
Donating and helping out this cause. This has been a real blessing, and thank you so much.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't thank you all enough for coming along and doing this again. Like I said, I know it's really tough times at the moment, so it's a lot to ask of people. What have we got? 1. Do I have to do some calculations? I can't calculate. I'm trying to work out what we. Hang on, let me get my phone. Let me get the phone can do it for me. I can't add up this stuff. 35, 30, 35, and 30. $270 we have raised today. So you guys are absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. That rocks.
Freaking
Thank
amazing.
You.
Minus our starting bids, of course, because that's going to cover postage, right? So there's that too. But thank you all so much for being involved in this today. Let me cover a couple of things before we get out of here. You may see on my channel that tomorrow we're supposed to be looking at an app here. Let me just tell you what's going on, because there's been some changes. I've had to make some changes to what's going on the channel. One sec. So yes, tomorrow we were meant to be looking at this wave cloud here. There it is. Get it up on the screen. Wave cloud. But I'm actually putting this back to sometime this week. All right. So, and there's a reason for it. It's because it's getting an update that I'd rather do the show once the update comes out. So that's changing tomorrow. But in place of this will be Walk With Me. So tomorrow at the usual time that the show starts. So Friday, US, UK, Saturday morning, Australia, 8 a.m. But the usual time, 1 p.m. West Coast, 4 p.m. West Coast, US, and 9 p.m. will be the newest episode of Walk With Me. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss it. Here it is. I'm currently editing, and you are not going to want to miss places like this. Look at this, where I went yesterday during the walk. It is
gorgeous.
Just amazing. So that is happening tomorrow. All right. Frank Terzo says, I'd like to round it off, please. Add 30 to round it off. So what's that mean? Add 30. Do you want to make it 60? Is that what you're saying, Frank? I'll wait. Yeah, look at where I found on this walk. It was amazing where I went this week. It's just you're gonna
my goodness, that's beautiful.
So yeah, I'm currently editing it, and it should be up. The link will be up tomorrow.
We got to go to Australia.
Yeah.
I had to stop. So Frank has decided. Frank's changed it to 60. Thanks, Frank. You rock. There we go.
Oh, Frank,
Awesome.
I love
Thank
Frank.
you.
So he's rounded up to $300. Amazing.
Holy.
Frank,
that's amazing. That's awesome. Thank you.
You are the best. So yeah, tomorrow is tomorrow is the walk. It's episode 2 of Walk With Me. And then on the weekend, on the day after Saturday for you guys, community covers. And man, have I got some covers that I'm doing this week. I've got to learn them all. But we got some crazy covers this week. And then I think the rant this week is on loneliness.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's
especially at this time of year, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like for so many people. That is a good one.
All right. I want to thank Brad for being there as background and his cardigan and for all the porn pictures you send me. Thanks so much. Yeah, Thomas says, I did get heat stroke from this episode coming up, and I nearly got arrested by the police. You'll see all that in the episode. It's great footage of me nearly getting arrested. It's great stuff. And I want to thank everybody who purchased items today. Frank, 15th, Russ, Pookie, and Kim. Thank you so much. But of course, I want to thank you, Debra, for creating the art. It's beautiful stuff. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for originally coming on the show and, being interviewed and then coming back and doing this. It's really awesome of you.
Oh, thank you so much. It was my pleasure. And the money will definitely be used well.
Yep. And I'll keep everybody
by a
updated.
lot of people. Yeah. And I'll keep people updated also. And when it gets to the Grace Cafe and it's Ginny Trepanier is the lady that I have contact with at the Grace Cafe. So she occasionally sends me pictures, or I have her on my what do you call it? Like on my Facebook page. So she posts pictures, she posts updates every single day, including Sunday. And she takes pictures throughout with people's permission, of course, because she can't show faces without their permission. But she always writes what they served and what they've done for the day. And yeah, it's awesome. It's a great place.
Yep. All right. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. I'm going to automatically dump you over to Ron Ward. He's got a show coming up in,
That's Oj.
Sometime we got to Oj.
Thank you.
We got to Oj. Thank you all. Love you all lots. We'll see you tomorrow hopefully you'll be here for the Walk With Me premiere. It's going to be big. It's
Love you, Jade.
Probably an hour long.
Thank you so much.
Mwah. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Debra. Thank you, everybody here. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together.
Awesome.
All right, let's Oj.
Cheers the North roping on their own open fight. Cheers the North roping on their own